Morning guys, how you doing? Welcome to part 3. Still on the old Mini. So, hope everyone's well. I'm Carl. Let's spin round and see how we left part 2. And let's carry on with this Project Purple. Let's go. So, this is where we were. We got it to a primed stage, done all the repairs. Got rid of that kink over in the top corner on this side. Got rid of all the stone chips, etc, etc. That's where we are now. So the first thing we're going to do is going to flatten it down with some soft sandpaper, probably 600, 800, something like that, maybe 500, depending on if there's any scratching or anything I need to flatten out. But a very light grade. Be really gentle with it, just want it nice and smooth now. Ready to take some pearl coats. Pearls are a bit funny when they lay, so you need to have it quite smooth and quite nice before you set up. Nice light coat from sort of first coat, second coat, and then stand back and have like a dust coat go right across the whole bumper. And that should get your pearls to lay down quite nicely. So anyway, let's get this sanded first, and then we'll see what we've got from there. So that flattened down quite nicely. So I'm going to blow it all down now, wipe it down, and start getting some paint warmed up and ready to go on. Mask up sort of things that we don't want to get covered in paint, and then we'll go from there. So it's starting to look pretty good. It's coming out pretty well. Didn't took too long really, and it's going to look like a brand new bumper. So let's do it. So today I'm actually going to do this with a can, just to prove that you can do this at home on your driveway or wherever you can do it in your garden, etc, etc, in your garage. Some water-based paint, so you can just go ahead and do what you got to do. Obviously the lacquers and stuff have got hardener in, but you want a mask for them, but this is just a water-based paint, so it's fine. So give it a good old shake for a couple of minutes, and we'll put a dust coat on and see how we get on. Right, let's see what we can get. I've had a few messages of people asking me to do this. I think the last one I got was from Dan B. So here we go. It's in the video for you. Let's do it. And that's all you want on your first coat. Just like a stand back coat, like a dust coat we call it. That's not, you're not trying to cover the bumper in 100% paint or anything like that. You just want like a sticky coat ready for the next 2 or 3 layers, so you can put them on heavier and they'll stick without running and stuff like that. So we'll give that 20 minutes now probably to flash off, and then we'll hit it again and again till we get complete coverage of the whole panel, and then we'll let that dry off for a little while, and then we'll warm up some lacquers and wax some lacquers on there. The way I warm it up is you just boil a kettle, pour some water into a jug, sit the can in the jug probably 30 seconds to a minute, give it a good shake, get it warm, and away you go. Right, so we've give that 20 minutes to dry off. So I'm now going to just make sure it's clean, wipe it down if I need to, but hopefully just blow it down, and then we'll start the second coat. So let's see how we get on. It's gone a bit shady here now, the sun's sort of around the edges, but I've got shade, but it's still the same process, don't matter what you got. I'll stick my lights on, see if we can light up a little bit more, and let's see what we get with the second coat. Then we'll have a look at close up and see where we are. Always make sure you keep shaking it up. So that took us down to about a quarter of a can left, and as you saw that time we put it on a lot heavier. So we'll do the same again now. We'll give that probably 20 minutes to sort itself out. Basically what it does, it sort of levels out and then dries out to a matte finish, and then we'll probably hit it one more time, and hopefully that'll be what we need. The next coat you really want to put it on heavy, and you want to be getting coverage of the whole panel. Don't want to be able to see any primer or anything. And then if there's any left in the can, you can stand back and do a dust coat for your last coat, and that should do it. So that laid down pretty well. On that coat, you want to be covering the whole bumper really. Don't really want to see any primer left. If you have got a few little bits, that's not a problem, but make sure you get it on the next coat. So put quite a bit on the next coat. Make sure you cover every little bit of the bumper. So what I'll do is I'll spin you around, I'll give you a bit of a close-up. You can sort of see where we are and where it's patchy or if it's not patchy, and how the paint's laying down. Pretty much what we got. If you go close, you can just about see the primer on the corner there. But most of the coverage is got now. And if you sort of get into the sunlight, you can start to see the pearls starting to flicker. You want them to lay down all nice and smooth. Everything's covering quite nicely. It's a bit hard to show because the sun's in the wrong area at the moment, but I think you get the idea. The next coat basically has just got to cover everything possible. Okay, so another 20 minutes has gone by. We just had a look at the bumper, looking pretty good. The sun's now starting to come around this side now, so I've got more light on that side of the bumper and more shadow on the other side now. But shouldn't be a problem. So I'm just going to carry on taking up the old can, and then we'll get coat number 3 on and sort of see where it's laying. Maybe stand back and do a dust coat at the same time at the end of this coat. We'll have to see how it covers, and we'll go from there. Right, so I'm getting low. Can's nearly empty now, so I'm going to stand back with dust in the main areas, which is going to be the corners and the edge of each of the bumper. Flick it up into the top, and that's where we stop because we're out of paint. But it should be, well, it is covered already quite easily and looking pretty good. So let's do that. That's it. Empty can as far as it can go. As soon as it starts spitting, sort of, that will start spitting as it's getting empty. As soon as it does that, just stop. Because you get uneven mix and stuff like that spitting out, and you don't want any of that. So stop at that point, and you should get the same results that I'll get with this one, hopefully. Right, now I'm going to have to give that probably at least half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, just to make sure it's 100% dry in all the layers. And then I'll be getting some lacquers and stuff ready. And we'll start doing them coats. So this is what it looks like in the sun. See, the pearls are trying to change the colour as the sun hits it, which is lovely. Can't see no primers behind it. All the top's all covered. All that damage is gone. Not bad at all. Go really close up. You might be able to see the pearls. You'll be able to see them a lot better once I get the lacquer on. So just thought I'd show you before we start doing them coats while that's drying off. So it's been about an hour now. So I'm thinking that's all clean enough. I've just blew it down and got it ready. They're gonna start shaking up some lacquers. And first of all, we'll just put a dust coat on, which is basically a grip coat for the heavier coats to stick to basically when you put it on heavy. So let's spin around and get a dust coat on. So that can's empty. That was only like a quarter of a can left in it. I just used it up. I've got a brand new can for the next 2 or 3 coats. So we'll give that 10 minutes, maybe 15, probably only 10 though. You want it to stay sticky, you don't want it to dry rock hard. And then the next coat will stick to that coat. Next coat, etc. So don't give this like half an hour, 45 minutes or an hour or nothing like that. Always go fairly quick with this sun beaming down on it. and there's a tiny wind. That's drying really quick, so I wouldn't be surprised if I touched it now it was dry already. So literally give it 10 minutes, I think, and we'll get straight back on.
Void.
So much heavier coat on this time, starting to get a shine, definitely transforming, starting to sort of gleam, and the pearls are starting to glitter. Quite nice. Probably still going to take another 2 coats minimum, just to get that sort of glassy finish. Might get a couple of tiny runs, but I doubt it. But if you do, you can always stand them flat once the bumper's fully dry, so don't worry about it. As long as they're not too crazy, you've got to go right through. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. Should we have a little close-up, see if we can see a bit of a shine? And then this time I'm going to give it 15-20 minutes to go off, because obviously I put it on a lot thicker this time. And then we'll do a really heavy coat, see where we are, and then maybe another heavy coat. That should be done. So it's actually been 25 minutes, so time to shake up this can and get another coat on. It's going to be really heavy this time, really pile it on. Obviously don't want it to run, but going to put it on really heavy and want to start getting that glassy shine now. The sun's gone a bit crazy on me and that's absolutely roasting, so that's not really helping. Just baking it a bit. That'd be good for when we're finished, but not good for when we've got a couple of coats to go. So let's spin round and go for it. And let's see if we can start getting that glassy finish. Yee! we're starting to shine. Still not enough. We still want to shine much more than that. But that's red hot sun. That's making it much harder work. It's drying as quick as I put it on at the moment. You can see we're starting to get a glassy finish. Got a couple of runs on the front here, look. That's what happens if you get a run. But I'm not too worried, that's behind the number plate, but I will sand them out. But I just wanted to get a heavy coat on that bit, that area, so I don't have to do that area anymore. So that's fine. Can now concentrate on the rest of the bumper and really blast it on. So 10 minutes again, and then we'll hit it really hard again. See where we are. We should start getting a really heavy shine. So that went pretty well. We're now starting to get a glassy sort of finish, glassy sort of shine. We still need a couple more coats. But because that sun's beaming down, that's actually drying it quicker than what we want it to, so it's drying out a little bit. But because we've started, we've got to carry on. So we'll keep whacking it on. And we'll decide when to stop, and then at some point we'll let it all dry. And then we'll give it a day or so, and then we'll sand it back, buff it, and that should come up like a mirror. So I did get a couple of little runs. Well, went really close and done behind the number plate area, which I could just quickly sand out once they're rock solid. I'll go and touch them in a minute with my finger and just make sure they're not an actual line, or just sort of wipe it a little bit. So it's not a big lump. That'll make it easier to sand when I get back to it. So I'm going to give this 10 minutes and I'm going to whack another heavy coat on there, and then we'll see where we are then. So it's still drying amazingly quick, but we're getting there bit by bit. Really I could do with letting it go off and dry. Leave it a couple of days, stand it back, give it one more coat one evening. But we'll see what it does. I'll spin you around and show you where we are, and we'll go from there. That's what it looks like. You can see me in the reflection, so it's got a nice deep shine, but it's just really hard to show. Very hard work in this weather. This end is probably looking a bit better. Look at that, look. Bit orange peely, but we are doing it with a tin. We've even got a run now, look. So I do get runs as well. But that will sand out. Just smooth it out with a piece of 1200, 1500, some soapy water. We'll soon get rid of that. Right, I had no choice really, because I had to just hammer it on because it's so hot. But you're getting the idea, it's starting to look really good. Oh, that sun is getting red hot. Blinding me. So I'm thinking, put another coat on. Got to be careful now because I must have 5-6 coats on. Don't want to get it too deep that it won't dry, but I don't think that is the problem. I think it's drying too fast. So let's shake up the old stuff and whack another coat on. This will be the last coat I'll show you. I might do 2 more coats and then bring you in at the end and show you what we got. And then that's going to be time to leave it from there and let it settle. Really hard work to do in this sun. Really should have just stopped. Let's say give it a day or so, sanded it back, and went from there. But we'll work it out. We'll whack some more on. Fingers crossed. We'll have that mirror finish before we even start sanding and buffing. So that went pretty well. I had to absolutely hammer it on because it's just baking out here. It's unbelievable. I've obviously got a few runs, but nothing I can't deal with. But we've got a deep shine now, hopefully. And I've got more than enough paint to rub sort of 2 layers off and make everything look really good. So let's spin round and have a look for the last time. And then after that, I'm going to leave it, let it bake off for a couple of days. Or I'll check it again tomorrow. Hopefully that'll be alright tomorrow. With this heat, I would think I'll probably be able to sand it tomorrow. So we'll leave it sort of 24 hours. And then we can deal with it then. See what we got. And then make a glassy finish. So here's the end result. Literally like glass. Does need a bit of flattening just to get some of that texture out, but that's definitely nice and glossy. Exactly what we wanted. Sun's disappeared around the side there now, which is handy. Just took a bit of heat off the panel. Same on this side, lovely and shiny, just slightly textured, but that's easy enough to deal with later on. Did get a major run here, but that will sand out just because I had to go so heavy. So now I'm just going to leave it. So as you saw in the end, we managed to get it to a glassy finish. Got a few extra coats on there that I didn't really want on there, but the only way to do it, that sun was absolutely baking on it and cooking it as quick as I was putting it on. Plus there was a breeze going across, so that was taking a lot of the paint away that I was spraying on. So I think for the circumstances, we saved it and we're doing all right. I'm absolutely boiling. Like my throat's all funny. I'm absolutely boiling hot. It must be 28 plus degrees. It's really, really hot. So now I'm just going to leave it. I've got a little job to do on the Astra now, so I'm going to go and sort that out. Joe managed to curb one of the wheels, so I've got to whip that wheel off and just sort that out and make it black again, because that's looking a bit rough. Not good. The whole car is filthy at the moment. But I'll quickly show you that, and then we'll call that the end of this one. Yeah, the poor old Astra is getting used every day at the moment, so it's a bit filthy. We're literally taking it all over the place. Here we've got a bit of damage on the edge of the wheel, so I'm going to deal with that now. So I can't really do much else. I don't want to blast all dust and stuff towards the Mini where the paint drying, so I can't touch the boat at the moment. So I'm going to sort this out. Right everyone, so we're going to leave this one here. It's as far as I can go really. I can't really do anything else because I don't want to get anything on the actual bumper while it's drying. And it's going to take at least 24 hours, so we'll let it settle and do its stuff. And all that's left to say is thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you in part 4. Let's get this Mini finished. Yeah! See you soon. Bye for now.